So, very good afternoon to one and all. I would request all the participants to open the camera. सभी सहभागी मित्र अपने कैमरा ओपन करें. Today we have Lieutenant Commander Vinod Singh Yadav, retired. He is a Deputy Secretary in UGC. His qualification is MSc Computer Science, MSc Natural Science and Tactical Operation, MBA LLB, Digital Transformation for Leaders course ISB, AI in Governance course IIT Delhi, Cyber Security course Hyderabad, and lead trainer in Rashtriya Karmayogi program, life member of Administrative Staff College of India. He has 10 years of service in Indian Navy, retired as Lieutenant Commander, then joined UGC as an education officer in 2013, posted in various bureaus of UGC, including legal, regional policy, regional office policy, was posted as a Deputy Secretary with Distance Education Bureau of UGC, looking after policy and recognition of ODL and online education in country till September 2024. Now an in-charge institution of women's PM Usha Pramesh, e-governance, UGC website, then coordinator and key contributor in various committee on higher education policy, reforms, examination, ODL and online education. Keynote speaker at various national and international seminar, including British Council, NEPA, ICATR, MOE, MMTTCs. Interested include in NEP and its implementation, AI in higher education, legal accepts in education, examination reform, ODL and online education, quality initiatives. So again, I welcome Dr. Vinod ji to this afternoon session, and I would now hand over the session to him. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful introduction. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible. And I will just take your leave, sir, because already one meeting of UGC is going on with Jitendra ji. So
Right. No
I
issues.
will take your leave.
Yeah.
If you have any, you can just call me if you have any problems.
Right, sir. Thank you so
Okay,
much. Thank you
thanks a
so
lot, sir.
much. Namaskar and good afternoon to all the esteemed participants of this NEP sensitization and orientation program. Uh, in fact, at the outset, let me thank Professor Mahajan ma'am for and who is the director of MMTTC of this university, and Professor Rafi for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be with all of you this afternoon. In fact, it is a honor and a privilege for me to be part of this session, and I always look forward to such sessions where I get an opportunity to interact with fellow faculty members. And such sessions have been very, very useful to me because I get to learn a lot from the inputs, the interactions, the suggestions that we have in this such sessions. And these whatever interactions, ideas that I get have been very, very useful to me, both personally and professionally. So thank you so much. And now today I have two sessions with all of you. And in the first session, we are going to talk about the skill ecosystem in the country. And in the second session, we'll have a short break. And then in the second session, we'll be having a session on cybersecurity for faculty members, right? So that is going to be the broad outline of the two sessions that we are going to have this afternoon. So without much ado, let me just start the first session. Let me just share my presentation. Okay, is the presentation visible to all of you? Is it being shared? Is the presentation visible? Can somebody acknowledge?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, thank you so much. So I would I was just looking for your acknowledgement so that we are on the same grid. Like I told you, in the first session, we are going to cover about the skill ecosystem in the country. So we are going to talk about where do we stand as far as skill education is concerned. What are the enrollments that we have in skill education? Then we are going to talk about what is the vision that the government has for skill education in the country, some of the challenges that vocational education or skill education is facing in our country, and what we all can or how the skill education can be made more relevant and how it can be made more lucrative to the students and learners. And in the second half of the first session, we'll be seeing what are the various regulatory authorities associated with vocational education, what is the timeline of their how they have evolved and how they have emerged, and what are the roles that each of these what you call institutions or regulators are actually playing as far as vocational or skill education is concerned. Right? So are you with me? Am I audible? आप लोग 135 प्लस पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं. अगर आप लोग थोड़ा सा मुझे एक्नॉलेज करते रहेंगे तो आई विल फील स्लाइटली मोर मोटिवेटेड एंड आई बी assured that you are with me. सुन पा रहे हैं मुझे? हेलो सर. ओके okay, right. I get it. I get it. Okay. So this is you are muted. Okay. Okay. I get it. I fully get it, and what you call now I understand that why the response was not coming. So thank you so much. And with that, let us start the session. Uh, so uh, uh, At the outset, I would just like to share one of the quotes by our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji. He says that today India not only has the potential to become the knowledge center of the world, but the skill capital as well. Our youth have skills, values, and the necessary passion and honesty to work. This skill capital of India can become the engine of development of the world. So, in essence, what our Honorable Prime Minister is trying to say is we as Indians are much sought after as in the industry or in the workplace in the foreign countries also because of the unique qualities that we have. Firstly, we are honest, we are very, very loyal to our organization. We also whatever we do it with passion, and since we are blessed with a above IQ, we always try to see how the things that are being done in our organization they can be done in a better way, right? So we have the qualities that every organization or industry is in fact looking for. And if we can have a better skill ecosystem in the country, if we can have what you call, we can design the regulatory framework, we can come up with some best institutes and best practices mechanisms and all, so that the quality of skill education in our country is of world standard, then time is not far that we can become the skill capital of the world, wherein we will be able to send a lot of competent and skilled manpower to all the countries around the world, so that this manpower can contribute to the development and to the economy of these countries. So there is a huge potential that is uh, there for us to provide skilled manpower to the other countries as well. Only thing is we need to slightly do something about the quality of the skilling that we are having, and then uh, time is not far that we can become the skill capital of the world. Now, one of the basic or one of the main advantages that we have is our demographic dividend. In the sense, 62% of our population is in the age group of 15 to 59 years, which is also the age group which is also considered as the working age group, or the age group in which what you call the individuals are in some sort of occupation, job market, or they are part of the industry. So 62% of our population is in the working age group, that is between 15 to 59 years, and 54%, that is more than half of our population, is below the age of 25 years. If we look at our average age, it is around 28.7 years. So we are a relatively very young country when we compare ourselves with a lot of developed and Western countries like Japan. They have an average age of 50 years. Similarly, Germany also has an average age of 40 years. US is around 38 or 39. Similarly, China also has an average age of uh, 38 or 39 years. So when we compare ourselves with these countries, uh, we are a very very young nation, in the sense the average age of our citizens is around 28.7 years, right? And we are also the most populous country in the world. So when we combine our population and our average age, we can say that we have the highest or maximum what you call young generation or young people in our country. Now, 1.6 crore or 16 million of our citizens are actually entering the industry or job market every year. This is the figure that is depicting the number of our population, or the number of our citizens who are actually getting into the job market or industry every year. But what we find is, uh, when we look at the people who are already part of the job market or the industry, we find that only 2.4% of the workforce, which is already there in the industry, in the age group of 15 to 59 years, they have received some sort of formal vocational or technical training. So that is a very, very small number that we have, that of the entire working population that we have in our industry or job market, only 2% have actually entered the industry uh, after undergoing some sort of formal or vocational or technical training. And another 8.9% or 9% of the workforce, which is part of the industry, they have entered the industry after undergoing some sort of informal vocational education or technical education. So it is not very, they have actually learned not in a structured or a formal manner, but they have acquired some what you call nuances of the trade by observation or by undergoing some sort of training in an informal setup. So when we see this, we find that only 10% of the manpower which is there in our industry or job market, they have entered the industry with some sort of formal or informal vocational education. 90% of the workforce, that comes to around 68 crores or 679 million, that has actually entered in the industry, or that is actually there with the industry, which is not had an opportunity to have any sort of formal or informal vocational education prior to entering the industry. So now this 90% of the workforce which has entered the industry without formal or informal uh, training, they have to be skilled, further skilled, reskilled, or upskilled, so that they can remain relevant to the changing technology that we have in the industry right now. Also, we have an aim to become a developed nation, that is Viksit Bharat by 2047. And for that, we need to skill almost 50 crore plus people of our country. Only then these skilled people will be able to support the economy that we will have in 2047. Now, if we look at the educational setup or educational sector in our country, and if we break down the enrollment, what we find is of the total students or learners who are there part of our education system, 83% of the students or learners are with the school education. Only 14%, 14% of the students or learners in our education system are with higher education, and a meager 3% of the total students and learners that we have in our education system are with vocational education. So this is a very, very what you call small number, and when we see the various other developed and Western countries, we find that there the skill education is the or vocational education is the main part of their education system, to the sense that 40 to 50% of the learners who are part of their education system, they are there with the skill education or vocational education, but somehow the enrollments in vocational education in our country are only 3%, a very small number. So in spite of a lot of efforts by our government of India, the state governments, as well as the other institutions and regulators, we have not been able to promote vocational education to the extent that we would have liked. Now, when we talk in terms of numbers, we find that 24.6 crore children of in our education system are with school education. We have 4 crore plus learners with the higher education, and a small number ranging between 70 lakhs to 80 lakhs is only there with the vocational education or skill education. Now, before we go ahead, let us see what are the emerging trends. What are the new challenges and opportunities which are emerging in the industry or the job market? The first point we have already discussed, that the developed nations or the what you call Western nations are struggling with an aging population, and we are the only bright spot in the world having the largest young aspirational generation. The other thing is what industry is observing is that with the advancement in lot of with lot of advancements in technology, uh, the industry is observing that certain existing occupations or certain jobs which are existing, they are slowly becoming redundant or they are becoming obsolete. But at the same time, there are new jobs which are also emerging because of the new technologies coming up, right? So, for example, now we have these proofreaders or editors right now. So, the proofreaders or editors, what they do is you give them a document, and then they will actually go through the document for spelling mistakes or maybe grammatical errors or the structure of the document or the flow how it is coming up. So that is in essence the role of a proofreader or an editor. But now you see that there are a lot of applications which are there, which can actually take on the job of the proofreaders or the editors, because they can, in fact, some of the softwares like Grammarly and all, they can actually not only tell you the spelling mistakes, they can also correct the grammatical errors, and they can also prompt you for how the sentence can be reframed or how the paragraph can be reframed. So it may happen, we are not sure, but it may happen that slowly the proof readers or the editors may become this job may slowly become obsolete, redundant, or maybe it may not exist in future also. And similarly, you see the assistants or the secretaries that we have in our offices. So more or less, they keep track of our appointments. We can also give them some sort of documents so that they can keep them in their safe custody, and whenever we want them, they can give those documents or things to us. But now, if you see, or maybe they can take on the dictation. So when we are actually speaking, they can jot down and then they can type and give it to us. But now you see that a lot of applications are possible are available where you, if you can, in fact, just make a note of all your appointments, and then you can also attach your documents or other annexures in those applications. And then you can easily, whenever you want, you don't have to rely on your assistant or your secretary to tell you what appointments you have or what documents you need, because you can readily access those documents and list of appointments anywhere, wherever you are there at what you call at your fingertips, because those things are now can be actually stored or preserved in the applications. Also, there are a lot of applications which can actually convert your speech into text. So when we give this dictation to our secretary or assistant, now that is, in fact, you have a lot of applications where you actually just keep speaking and they will convert your speech into text. Similarly, now if we are also seeing that we have a lot of uh, good IT companies like TCS, Infosys, or Wipro, and these are mainly service-related companies. So what they do is they take the projects from the clients or the companies from the Western countries, and then they, depending on the requirement of those companies, they design an application or a software for them. So maybe it may be a banking app, or it may be a what you call some supermarket what you call maintenance app and all. So that is essentially what our IT companies are more or less into. But now you see that with the advent of AI, the AI can in fact write uh, uh, programs or do the coding without any human intervention. So whatever if the manually when we were doing this programming and coding, it used to take maybe 4 or 5 of the programmers or more than that, and it used to take maybe 3 to 4 months to 6 months, depending on the application complexity, to write that code or to write that program. But now AI is capable of writing the code or programs within maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes and all. So now what is going to happen is when TCS or Infosys or any other company, IT company, Indian IT company, is going to take an project from the Western countries or Western clients for designing an application. Earlier, this our TCS or Infosys or other companies used to maybe hire 10 to 15 IT professionals to make that program, right? So to make that application or to make that software. But now with the advent of AI, maybe the Western clients will tell our IT companies that no, you don't get the code written by the human beings. You actually get the code written by AI to save time and manpower. And you, instead of having 15 people for the entire application, you only have 3 or 4 people, and you get the code actually prepared by the AI, and what you call only the testing part or genuineness or all other checks and all can be done by 3 or 4 IT professionals. So what we will see is now where 15 people were required for an application, because of an AI can do the coding, now only 3 or 4 people may be required. Or even the Google has said that for last 3 4 years they have not actually got any coding done by the human IT professionals. They have been doing it or generating it through AI only, right? So what I mean to say is, with a lot of technological advancements that we are having, it may be possible, or what industry is observing is some of these occupations, jobs are slowly becoming redundant or obsolete, or they may also become what you call non-existent in near future. We never know. But the bright spot is that at the same time there are a lot of new set of what you call jobs which are emerging or which are evolving, right? If you see the AI models that we use what you call in our daily life, like chat GPT or perplexity or deepseek or and all. So these models are like, for if I want to use these models to get some information, I need to type some sort of query or question to the AI model, and then it will give me an output or a result. Now, depending on the what query or question I ask this AI models, the output is going to be related to that, or it is going to be proportional to the type of question I ask this AI models. So, for example, if I have to make a presentation on skill ecosystem in India, what I'll do is I will just write down, make a presentation, PowerPoint presentation on skill ecosystem in India. But then now a new job of prompt engineer is also emerging or evolving. So this prompt engineer, he understands how to give a proper prompt or a command or a question to the AI model, so that the quality of outcome or output is much better than what a layman does, right? So if an prompt engineer is tasked, so he will with the same requirement, what he will do is he will in fact give a command that please prepare a PowerPoint presentation of maybe 25 slides for to be delivered to faculty members who are teaching undergraduates or postgraduates, and also include the figures, facts, or diagrams, and then it should you should also highlight the present status. You should highlight the present challenges which are there, and you also highlight what you call what are the things which can be done to overcome these challenges. And also his what you call prompt is more detailed, it is more specific, and the output that he will get is obviously going to be much of better quality than what a layman does. So a prompt engineer is one of the new jobs which is emerging because of the advancements that we are seeing in artificial intelligence. Similarly, we all are seeing that robots are also being used increasingly in maybe manufacturing, in the automobile sector, also in our homes. Also shortly we are going to see robots who are actually capable of doing a lot of what you call domestic work and all. But for a robot to be efficient or to be able to perform a particular task, it is required that he should be trained, he should be taught how to perform that particular task. So now we have maybe robo engineers who are actually capable of correctly training a robot to what you call carry out a particular task. So maybe the robo engineers may be a field which may be emerging. Also, maybe an AI ethics engineer. So AI ethics engineer, like all these AI models, they take a lot of data, or a lot of data has to be fed into these AI models, so that what you call they can in fact work on that data, they can recognize the patterns, and then they can perform a particular type of task. But we need to ensure that the data which is going in an AI model, it has to be very what you call balanced. Should not have any biases, it should not have any mistakes, it should not have any negativity which is involved. So an AI ethics engineer may be actually employed to see that the AI is functioning ethically, correctly, or there are no biases or other things, or negativity, or other immoral things which the AI is generating. So, in essence, what I want to convey is uh, that no matter the industry is seeing a lot of changes because of emerging technologies and other things, uh, there is a what you call observation which industry has, that because of these advancements, maybe some of the jobs which exist right now may become obsolete or redundant, but there will be a new set of jobs which will be evolving because of the new technology that we are going to have in future. Other thing which is emerging is industry is observing that there is a lot of scope if you can provide personalized services or localized services to your customers, or to a society, or to a community. So if you can provide personalized services with the by integrating your operations or your things with what you call automation or digitizing your operations, then there is a lot of demand for personalized services. So, for example, now we are seeing personalized services everywhere. Even if when we open our mobile phone and when we open the what you call Google app, you see a set of stories are actually generated or they appear below that what you call address bar or the query bar under that in the Google app. And then these stories are you can in fact personalize these stories which are appearing in the Google application. So suppose the story is related to basketball and you are not interested in basketball, so you can say that I want to see less content like this, or I am not interested in stories related to basketball, and then you can actually personalize all the news feed or the other information that you get in Google app, depending on your what you call liking or depending on the data that you want. Similarly, now if we are actually the things with the technology are changing at such a rapid pace that when you are actually browsing the internet and by what you call out of curiosity, if you just type that air conditioner or what is the price of air conditioner, what we will see is now if you go to the e-commerce websites after that on maybe Amazon or Flipkart and all these advertisements for air conditioners will be very promptly displayed on this e-commerce websites. And not only that, if you actually go to any other website for any other purpose to get some information, you will find that either in the left pan or right pan there will be an advertisement which will be related to air conditioners. So what we are seeing or what the industry is observing is there is a demand for personalized services. So if you can provide personalized services to the customers, then there is a lot of aptitude for that. Further, we all know that COVID has actually accelerated the digitization of work processes and the need for digital skills. So, like now we are conversing through this online meeting platform Zoom. I think most of us were, at least I was not aware of the online meeting platforms prior to COVID. So I only knew maybe Skype was one of the platforms which was used. But now you see, we are very familiar with maybe Google Meet or Zoom or WebEx or all these applications. And these applications, we have actually accepted these applications because they are very useful if we want to connect to each other in spite of our diverse geographical locations. So COVID has in fact accelerated the digitization. There were a lot of Indian firms or companies pre-COVID. They were not having that what you call confidence in the automated systems or computers, and also they had all their operations in manual mode because they didn't had that confidence. That they used to think that something will go wrong if you put everything on the computer, it will crash, the data will be lost, and or maybe it may be manipulated or some scam will happen. But post COVID, they have realized that if you want to remain relevant to the customers, if you want to what you call if you want to retain the customers, then the only way is that you have to automate your processes, digitize your processes. Only then you will be able to retain your customers. Otherwise, you will be falling behind, and your business is going to suffer. Right. Also, we saw in during the time of COVID that a lot of what you call these small vendors, like vegetable vendors or the grocery vendors, they also had, in fact, started using some sort of apps, or they had designed or got designed some of the applications where uh, as customers you could in fact choose vegetables or grocery items. You could select them, you can add them to the cart, and then you could make an online payment. And once the payment was made, maybe the items were delivered in physical mood by the delivery boy. So we all saw that COVID, in fact, forced even the small vendors also to embrace what you call automation or digitization. Now, another thing is the International Labour Organization, which is a body under United Nations. It says that India is likely to face a shortage of around 30 million or 3 crore skilled personnel by 2030. So we will be needing a lot of more skilled and competent people for the industry of our country, and that is in fact one of the points why we should in fact start taking vocational education or skill education more seriously, and we should invest in our skill ecosystem. Now, what is the vision that the governments or the what you call regulators have for vocational education and training in India? So, first point we have already seen that we are looking at making our country the skill capital of the world. Towards that, we have realized that various regulators and governments have realized that we need to what you call invest a lot in skill education, but that itself is not sufficient. We need to ensure that the quality of skill education is improved and the quality of skill education that we offer in our country is at par with the global standards. So that is the vision the government has for skill education. And not only that, the government is not only focusing on the skilling of the learners or students who are part of the educational setup. The government also realizes that a lot of our workforce, which is presently in the industry or the job market, they have entered the job market without any formal vocational education. So government realizes that if the output or the productivity or the efficiency of the industry is to be improved in the times where the technology is going to be changing, then there is a requirement that the existing workforce also has to be upskilled, reskilled, or realigned with the existing workforce. So now the skilling is not only confined to the students and learners who are part of the education system, it will also include the workforce which is there with our industry or which is there with the job market. Also, government realizes that there is an skill gap. So what we mean by skill gap is now industry is looking at certain skills to be there with the individuals or prospective employees who are going to be part of the industry. But the students or learners who are passing out of the academic institutions, their skills are not up to the requirement or to the satisfaction of the industry, and their skills are much below than what is in fact expected or which is required by the industry. So this is what is called as the skill gap. So skill gap has to be addressed. Only if we are able to address the skill gap, then we will be able to provide ready what you call employment to our learners, and the learners and students after completing their what you call education, they will be instantly part of the job market, right? So the government realizes that there has to be something which needs to be done to address this existing skill gap. Not only that, the future of work or the work in the future will look like having a lot of technologies. We don't know which of these technologies will be in fact more predominant in the future, but technologies like artificial intelligence or machine learning or deep learning or quantum computing or cloud computing or maybe drone technology, cyber technology, nanotechnology. So all these technologies are going to be part of future of work. We don't know which is going to be predominant, which is what you call to be to a less extent it will be required. But then if we want that in future we are comfortable with these future skills which will be there, we have to in fact train our learners or students with these future skills. We need to provide them at least some sort of awareness or access so that they are at least aware of these skills, and when these skills actually become important in future, the students are comfortable and they are able to use those skills very, very easily. Only then we will be able to strive, or we will be able to succeed, or we will be our industry will be able to grow, right? The other thing is, the government also recognizes that vocational education and training, it is not the first choice, or it is not an aspirational choice for the learners, because we all know that the present generation, in fact, they are not very keen to take on jobs which involve physical labor. So uh, they want that directly they should become a manager or a supervisor, or maybe some capacity where they can, in fact, they don't have to run around or do any sort of physical labor, but they can, in fact, just sit in a AC room and they can command or do the administration. So that is what the young generation is looking for. And you see in the engineering field also, the first choice is maybe computer science or artificial intelligence branch, because the student knows that if it is computer science or AI, he can comfortably sit in an AC room and he can work, and there is no going around in the field. But whereas if he takes mechanical or civil, then he would be required to go into the what you call field, and he will be required to tackle a lot of people, and he would be involved in some sort of physical work, right? So that is why the computer science is a choice, and maybe civil or mechanical is not. And because the young generation associates vocational education with physical labor, we are seeing that the vocational education is not that much preferred, or is not the first choice for the new generation. Also, there are issues regarding the pay disparity as of what we have in vocational education to some of the other professional programs. And then obviously there are some social issues or social stigmas or social taboos which are associated with what you call vocational education, and they are a deterrent for students not choosing vocational education over general or professional education. Now, let us see what exactly are the challenges that the skill education or the skill ecosystem in the country suffers from. So, first is the lack of awareness. So, we know that we are a very diverse country. We have a lot of remote areas, we have tribal areas, we have most of our country lives in villages or rural areas. So, the vocational education is not readily available in all parts of the country, and especially in villages and all, where the students or parents are not aware about the avenues or opportunities available in vocational education. And because of lack of awareness, they more or less get enrolled, or they follow the general education path, that is after their 10+2 they get into BA, BSc or BCom, the general graduation mode, right? Other thing is the quality. Now there are a lot of certifying bodies which are offering certificates or qualifications in skill education, but there is no uniformity or standardization with regard to this certificate. So industry is in has all sorts of apprehensions when such certificates are presented to them, because from their past experiences they have realized that these certificates are not actually depicting the correct caliber or correct ability of the learner, because they have, in fact, based on these certificates, they have recruited people, and then they have found to their astonishment that they were not able to perform the task properly. Now, because of any standardization or uniformity, or maybe the genuineness of these certificates, the industry is in fact not able to recognize these certificates. And then when that happens, maybe a lot of people who are doing these courses, they are not able to find the job. correct sort of employment. And then multiplicity of efforts. So prior we had a lot of ministries or a lot of ministries under state government and central government, which were having a lot of schemes for skill development, and all these what you call agencies or all these ministries and all were trying to do their bit to skill our population or to get skilled manpower. But since it was not what you call a one-stop effort, or it was not a dedicated effort, maybe some sort of what you call efforts were being wasted, some resources were also being what you call they were also being wasted. But this has been actually very well addressed by the government of India. So now government in 2014-15 has uh, in fact established the Ministry of Skill Education and Entrepreneurship, and this is in fact what you call the nodal ministry as far as skill development in the country is concerned. So now instead of having a lot of ministries which are actually which were actually doing their own bit for skill development. Now there is a nodal ministry, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, which is responsible for all the skill development in the country. Then geographical inequity or geographical inequity, inadequate infrastructure and resources. So we are a diverse country. So what is seen is some of the states of our country, they have taken a lot of interest in the skill education or vocational education, and they have in fact what you call provided that sort of atmosphere. They have established good set of institutes, and they have run a lot of sponsorship schemes for promoting vocational education, and they are doing very very well as far as vocational education is concerned. But on the other hand, there are a lot of other states of the country who have not capitalized this opportunity, who have not invested in the infrastructure or in the institutes, or they have not created that sort of awareness for the skill development programs. And there you find that the skill ecosystem is not that developed. And then we also have this high dropouts. A lot of people or a lot of our students or learners, they enroll in skill programs, but because of various factors, they are maybe family issues or financial issues or other things, they actually drop out of these skill programs and don't complete them. Also, there is a requirement of having a dedicated record of what you call all the skilled manpower, so that there is a repository which is available, which can give us all the data as to how many skilled manpower we have in each domain. And then we also discussed about this skill gap which is existing. So the gap between what is required by the industry and what skills are being possessed by the students or learners who are passing out of the what you call education institutions. So this is another concern which is there in our skill ecosystem, and this is primarily because of the poor collaboration or poor linkage between the industry and the academic institutions. And personally, I believe that both the industry as well as the academic institutions have been responsible for this what you call poor linkage or poor collaboration. So Indian industry also has been, I'm not what you call generalizing, but the Indian industry has been very, very secretive about their operations. They don't want to share their practices, processes, formula with the people outside. Also, they have been very, very reluctant or hesitant to invest in skilling of the manpower, because they have been expecting that the employ, they will get ready-made, good, what you call prospective employees who can be readily employed, and the industry doesn't have to, or the company doesn't have to invest that much of time and effort in actually training the individuals. Academic institutions also, on the other hand, like if you see maybe 10 or 20 years before, the main responsibility of the higher educational institutions or academic institutions was to design a program, enroll students, design a curriculum or syllabus for that program, select which of the teaching methods or methodology is appropriate for that program, and then conduct an evaluation or assessment for that program and award a certificate or a qualification. So that essentially was the responsibility of the academic institutions some time back. But now what is happening is the student, prior to enrolling in a program, he is asking the institution, what is your placement percentage, what is the CTC that the last batch has achieved. So unless the institution has a good placement record and a good CTC is was what you call package was received by the previous batch, the student is not interested in enrolling in that particular institution. And that is why the employability also to some extent has become a responsibility of the institution. Now the institutions have to have a placement cell. They have to what you call train their students about how to make a resume or curriculum vitae, or how to prepare for an interview using mock interviews. They have to in fact get companies for placement drive so that their students are placed in the industry. Not only that, it is expected that academic institutions will invite some industry experts for some expert talks, or maybe as professors of practice for actually taking some subjects or topics. And also the industry will help the academic institutions with internships or apprenticeship and all, so that the student can go to the industry and he can what you call learn in that environment of the industry. So now thankfully last 5 6 7 years we are seeing this realization coming to both the industry and the academic institutions, and we are seeing a lot of closer collaboration between the industry and the academic institutions. So a lot of MOUs, and both have realized that it is a win-win situation. The industry will benefit from the good quality employees that it will get, and what you call academic institutions will also benefit if their students are in fact able to get good placement. So there is a lot of interaction now happening. Industry is also what you call contributing in the design of curriculum syllabus, so that the whatever is being taught in the academic institutions is relevant to the industry. And finally, the skill development is considered as the last resort among the youth, because there is some sort of social stigma which is there with the vocational uh, training. So there are a lot of factors to that. Maybe some sort of marriage prospects or the social status, and also each student or learner wants that he should ideally go for some professional program like BTech instead of doing a diploma, because that will actually increase his marriage prospects, or maybe the parent will be able to say that his son is a engineer. So there are certain things which are there, and I discussed that physical labor or that thing also. That these social perceptions have to be addressed, and only then maybe we will be able to make skill education that much more attractive. Now, this is a slide where I am depicting what are the top 8 skills which the industry has been looking for in the previous year. And you see that of the 8 skills which are there, most of them are, in fact, 6 of them are the human skills or life skills, and only 2 of them are related to academic knowledge or subject knowledge or technological knowledge. So only point number 7 and 8 are related to the subject knowledge, or what you call technological design and programming, technological use, monitoring, and control. Whereas the other 6 qualities are or skills which are required are the human skills or the life skills, like analytical thinking or learning strategies or complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, originality, leadership, and all. So, as faculty members, we also what we need to learn is that when we are teaching our students, it is not sufficient that we give them the subject knowledge or the technological knowledge, we also need to imbibe or inculcate some sort of human skills in them, or what you call life skills in them, so that when they go to the industry, they are able to cope up with the different environment, different people that they have, and the stress and changes that are they are going to witness, so that they have those communication skills and what you call other qualities to work in a team to succeed in the industry, right? So that we need to see. Obviously, I understand that the time available with us as faculty members is very, very limited. We have to complete the syllabus. There are other requirements also. But can we have something like peer teaching, where a particular topic is taught by a student to his peers, and then what will happen is the student in that process will be preparing for the subject. He will have that communication skills. He will have that presentation skills. He will also have the confidence, and then he will also be replying to the questions that are asked by his peers, so that how to what you call present himself, how to give a response to certain things that he will learn. So such activities can be included, so that we are able to provide good life skills also to our learners, because irrespective of what uh, how best we teach them the subject knowledge or the technical knowledge, in this world where the technology is changing at such a rapid pace, it may so happen that whatever you teach them will become redundant maybe in 4 or 5 years down the line, and then he would be required to learn something new. He would be required to adapt himself. So if he has that those skills, maybe he will be able to cope up better, and he will be able to move on rather than getting stuck there. So one of the things which industry has been observing is our students are very, very good if they are given some particular task as an individual, but when they are required to do a team task, they are found wanting, because they don't understand how a team works. They don't understand the strengths and weaknesses of their team members, or how their problems and their perceptions, how to communicate among themselves and all. And that is what the industry has been observing, that they have been struggling as a team. And we all know that a company or an organization will only move ahead, or will succeed only if it is working collectively well as a team, not as an individual. So these are some of the things which industry has been looking for. We all know this Coursera, which is an online what you call learning platform, where you have a lot of programs which are available, and then you can enroll in these programs, and you can learn those technologies, or those things, or those subjects on this learning platform. So what I read somewhere, that the course era also, what they have observed is pre-COVID, that is prior to COVID, the what they were seeing in terms of enrollment, where the students were more or less enrolling in the technical subjects. So they wanted to learn artificial intelligence, or cloud computing, or maybe quantum computing and all. But post COVID, Coursera has been seeing that there is a good demand for the life skills, or maybe courses like leadership, or strategic management, or emotional intelligence. Okay, now we have seen what is lacking, or what are the challenges in the skill ecosystem. Now, I'll just share some of the things which can be done to improve the skill ecosystem, or to improve the quality of skill education that we have in our country. The first thing is, we need to integrate vocational education wholly with the general education, and this is what is the major recommendation of National Education Policy 2020 also. If you see, prior to NEP 2020, we had general education and vocational education, both were what you call different entities, and they were going in parallel direction without any sort of interaction or communication, or overlap among themselves. But what NEP 2020 says is, if you want to make skill education more effective, then we have to uh, fully integrate the vocational education with general education. So what it says is that all the students of class 6 to 8, they should be exposed to some sort of vocational craft or trade, maybe pottery or maybe carpentry or metalwork or plumbing and all. And all the students who are in class 9 to 12, they should be at least having one vocational subject. So when I was in my class 12th, I had only the what you call academic subjects like math, physics, chemistry, biology. Also, I had, and English. I didn't had any vocational subject. But my son is now in class 12th, and he's also having, in addition to his subjects like math, physics, chemistry, English, he also has two vocational subjects. Uh, that is physical education and music. So this is what the NEP says, that the only way ahead is to fully integrate the vocational education with general education, so that we can impart the holistic education, we can prepare the learners for lifelong learning opportunities, and then what you call uh, this will, what it will do is it will instill the feeling of equality, self-worth, respect, and more or less the dignity for physical labor among our students. The other thing that can be done is we need to respond to the needs of labor market more appropriately now. So instead of just giving our learners or students mere qualifications or certificates, we need to see how we can build the workplace competencies, how we can in fact close the existing what you call existing skill gap, and then we also need to see that how we can in fact uh, impart our students uh, that skills which will be required in the future, or future skills, just like what I have already mentioned. Other thing which needs to be done to make the skill education more appropriate is to include or to leverage the potential of ICT for promoting skill development initiatives. For that, obviously, there will be a requirement on the part of the governments to provide cheaper digital devices, to have a better internet connectivity, broadband, and all other greater access or to the ICT infrastructure. And then there will also be a requirement that there are sufficient teachers who are available, who know what is vocational education, who are in fact able to develop the content for vocational education. They also know how to use the digital resources for skill development. Towards that end, government has in fact come up with some learning platforms such as eSkill India or Bharat Skill, which are primarily to increase the awareness and enrollment in such what you call skill programs. And then we also need to see what can be done for the what you call vocational teachers or trainers who are part of this skill ecosystem. Because now, though there are processes, but there is a requirement that there should be standardization and uniformity as far as the qualifications of this vocational teachers or trainers is concerned. How we can make their salaries more lucrative, how we can make their career progression good. Incentives are also there attached with their profession, so that and there is recognition of vocational teachers. Only then we will be able to attract good faculty members or good people to vocational education. And then we have to see that how these vocational teachers or trainers, they can be what you call trained or provided continuous training on various skills, so that they are relevant, so they can be trained on this 21st century skills or green skills or maybe inclusive education, and how to have that what you call new means of educational methodology in skill education, ICT skills and all. And we can also, one other option which is available to us is we can take the help of local experts or craftspersons or masters in these particular domains. So these are the people who may not have that what you call certificates or qualifications, but they are very good as far as their skills are concerned. So can we have them as part of our academic institutions as professors of practice or as local artisans to help the quality of skill education that we are imparting. Other thing is we also need to see how we can, in fact, when we are talking about becoming the skill capital of the world, we need to see how our skilled and competent manpower is able to migrate or is able to go to the different countries of the world and find suitable employment there. So towards that, what government has done is government has entered into 11 government to government MOUs with these countries like Canada, United Kingdom, Slovenia, Finland, United Arab Emirates, Germany, Israel, Armenia, Malaysia, Japan, and Australia. So now these MOUs are at the government level, and these talk about mutual recognition of the skill degrees or the skill certificates, helping each other to have better prospects for the skilled and competent manpower. With Australia, we have an MOU on cooperation of vocational education and training. There is also a task force on education qualifications recognition. So this task force, in fact, provides equivalence to the skill degrees which are obtained from Australia as well as India, how equivalent or what level they belong to. And then Australia has also been helping us to have the quality of vocational education and training improved in our country. In addition to that, government has in fact gone a step ahead, and what they have done is they have sent their teams to these 16 countries whose names are there on this slide, and these teams have gone to these 16 countries and done a assessment of the demand for the skilled manpower that is there in these countries. For example, maybe Bahrain. So in Bahrain, what sort of skills are required, or which is the sector where the skilled manpower is not there? And for that particular skill set, what is the qualification which is required? What is the certificate which is required? What is the visa process? What are the employment avenues which are available? And what is the salary that they will get and all. So all those things they have identified. So depending on the skill requirements in various these 16 countries, now government is actually working out as to how we can in fact exploit the opportunities which are there in these countries as far as skilled manpower is concerned. In addition, in budget announcement 2023, government has actually announced establishment of 30 Skill India international centers across different states. So these are the centers which will in fact facilitate our manpower to find good opportunities in the countries of the world. Now let us what you call come to the second part of the uh, session, which is about the regulatory framework and the timeline. So we will just see what are the various regulators who are associated with the vocational education. So just after independence, 1950, the government realized that there has to be a scheme which promotes the creation of qualified people who are trained in various crafts or trades, and that is how the craftsman training scheme was launched. In 1956, a regulator named National Council for Vocational Training was established, and it was in fact responsible for designing the curriculum or the syllabus for vocational education, maybe also conducting or preparing the question papers, conducting the examinations and certification also. And then apprenticeship also is a part of vocational education. So government has Notified Apprenticeship Act in 1961 and the rules in 1992. Uh, government, specifically the Department of or Ministry of Finance, realized that uh, the corporate investment or the private investment in skilling is been very what you call less. So the government notified National Skills Development Corporation NSDC in 2008, so which was basically operated or which was basically to have private funding or the funding from corporate sector so that the corporate sector can also contribute towards skilling the manpower. So a lot of, in fact, companies like Hero and all came forward and they established a lot of institutes where the people could get trained in skills required for automobile industry and all. So this was one step by the government to encourage the what you call corporate world or the private sector to invest in the skilling of manpower. In 2009, the government notified the first national skills development policy. So this was the first policy for how the skill development is to happen that was notified to the government. In 2010-11, we had the sector skill councils which were formed, and there are right now 37 sector skill councils. So what these sector skill councils were, in fact, all related industries or industries belonging to one sector, they came together and they actually sat together and then they defined what are the different job profiles which are there in that particular sector, and for that job profile, what are the what you call syllabus which should be there, what should be the qualification, what he should know, what should the training that he should undergo. For example, the hotel management sector, if you take for an example, so there are a lot of job profiles like a receptionist or a chef or a housekeeping staff or maybe a guard. So all those. So the sector skill council, in fact, had the syllabus for all the job profiles in that sector, and people could go and, in fact, undergo training in the sector skill councils. And once they were given these certificates were recognized in the sector, and they could, in fact, find appropriate employment in the sector. In 2013, the government actually formed another regulator for skill education, which was National Skill Development Agency. And like I told you, in 2014-15, government realized that there were too many ministries which were doing their bit for skill education. So realizing that it was not leading to a dedicated effort, the government, in fact, first established Department of Skill, and then the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, which is the nodal ministry for skill development, was in fact uh, established. In 2015, the government came up with a lot of a lot of initiatives or schemes like the Skill India Mission and the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. In 2016, the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme was launched. So, this, in fact, was a landmark as far as the apprenticeship is concerned, because here uh, there was a portal which was available where industry and the prospective apprentices, they could actually get connected, and apprenticeship could happen in the industry. In 2008, was in December 2000, in December 2018, what you call uh, government notified a regulator named National Council for Vocational Education and Training. So this regulator subsumed the earlier regulators NCVT which was established in 1956, and NSDA, which was established in 2013. So NCVET, or National Council for Vocational Education and Training, is the regulator for skill education in the country. We also saw that in 2020, the National Education Policy was notified, and it talked about integrating the vocational education very effectively in the uh, education system of the country. Now, NCVT, it was established in December 2018, and it is the overarching skill regulator, and it regulates the functioning of all the entities which are engaged in vocational education and training. It regulates the functioning of entities which are providing maybe short-term vocational training or long-term vocational training, and it establishes the minimum standards for functioning of these entities. It also includes recognition and regulation of awarding bodies, which are the institutes or universities which are authorized to give certificates, skill certificates, and offer skill programs. And it also looks after the other processes like supervision of these recognized entities or the grievance redressal mechanism. So this is essentially the same thing which NCVT. This slide also, in fact, highlights the various responsibilities of NCVET. When we talk about powers, the NCVET has two set of powers. First is the regulatory power, so it can frame guidelines for skill courses. It also does the recognition and functioning of all the entities which are involved in skill ecosystem, which includes awarding bodies and assessment agencies. It also gives them grants. It also keeps a track of the fee that is being charged by them. When it comes to enforcement powers, NCVT has the power to conduct inspections. It can also take penal actions for violation of agreement, which can include monetary compensation or monetary penalties or even derecognition of recognized institutions. NEP 2020, we have already seen that it emphasizes vocational education to be fully integrated into all educational institutions, schools, colleges, and universities. It had set a target of exposing at least 50% of all the learners to vocational education by 2025. The third paragraph we have already seen, and after the notification of NEP 2020, the National Credit Framework has been, in fact, notified. So it actually fulfills one of the recommendations of integrating vocational education with general education, because uh, NCRF actually talks about the equivalence between various levels of vocational education and general education, and also it provides for horizontal and vertical mobility between vocational education and general education. Now, I would just like to uh, highlight one of the major initiatives or schemes of Government of India for skilling. This scheme is Skill India Mission. It was launched in 2015, and it was basically to bridge the gap between supply and demand of skilled manpower in various industries such as manufacturing, services, agriculture, etc. And then it was to improve the quality and the standards of skill training and certification, so that the skills which are learned are relevant and they are aligned with the market needs. Another important what you call feature of Skill India Mission was that somebody who was part of the industry or the job market also could in fact come and do some programs for lifelong learning or continuous upskilling, so that he could in fact enhance his skills, or he can in fact adopt or learn something new which was coming in the industry. Another important feature of Skill India Mission was that it was not only for skilling of the manpower. If somebody was interested in establishing a new startup or a new enterprise, the Skill India Mission had a lot of support for him in terms of training or in terms of mentoring, also providing financial assistance and connecting them with the related industry, so that they could in fact have that collaboration with the industry, and then the industry could actually guide the startup and provide that support for the startup. Some of the main features of Skill India Mission was, firstly, it covered a lot of various sectors and domains such as manufacturing, services, agriculture, construction, tourism, and health. And then there were all sorts of programs, both short-term and long-term programs, ranging from few hours to few years, depending on the type and level of skill that you wanted to acquire. It also leveraged a lot of ICT and other technologies. So some of the platforms like eSkill India and all were in fact using ICT to a greater degree. So I would like to just end my presentation for the first session with this quote by Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India. It says, "Skilling India is not just a program; it is a movement to turn our demographic dividend into a global talent powerhouse." So I have, in fact, finished. We have exceeded our time by maybe 15 minutes. So what I suggest is, if there are any questions that you have, uh, you can ask me. And if not, what we can have is you can jot down all your questions, and then uh, we can have a break of 10 minutes, maybe 3:55. We can again assemble and we can start uh, our next session, that is on cybersecurity. And after that, maybe we can have a question answer session. Is it fine? You can just write down in the chat. Uh, so what we will have is, let's just have a 5 minutes break, and then let's come back and join the session at 3:55. And we will have our session on cybersecurity. And after that, once we finish that part, maybe we can have a question answer session involving both the sessions, right? Is it okay? Okay. So you all can take a break and let's join back exactly at 3:55. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. It is 3:55. So if you all are ready, I think we can start the session. Can we? Can we start the session? Okay. So in the second session, I think this is going to be much more interesting for all of you. So we are going to talk about cybersecurity. I'll be covering this presentation in two parts. So first part, I'll be just telling you the basics or theory part as far as what is cybersecurity, what are the different types of threats that we have, and what exactly are different internal threats or external threats that we have as far as cybersecurity is concerned. And in the second part of my presentation, I'll be giving you some what you call practical tips as to how, as faculty members, we can safeguard ourselves when we are there in the digital space. So that is going to be the broad, what you call, broad layout of the second session. So without much uh, delay, or let me just share my presentation. I hope the presentation is visible. Is it visible? Okay. We are going to talk about cybersecurity and privacy for faculty members. Basically, I'll be just covering the cybersecurity aspects, and then, like I told you in the second part, we are going to, in fact, uh, we will be seeing some sort of practical tips as to how we can safeguard ourselves when we are using internet or when we are using our digital devices. Uh, okay. So when we talk about cybersecurity is nothing but it's a practice where we are trying to protect our computer systems, our networks, our sensitive information, our applications from unauthorized access. So that is somebody who's not authorized to access my computer or my network or my information. He should not be able to access my information. And then unauthorized usage. So my system or my network or my data should not be used by somebody who's not entitled or authorized to do so. Disclosure, I don't want my information to be put up in public domain so that everybody can see it. I want that information should be only visible to people who are entitled for it. Disruption, I don't want that my application or my data is in fact not working properly, or I am not able to in fact do the task which I want to do. Modification, I don't want that my data should be altered, or if I have put in some sort of figures in my Word document, then it should remain, it should not be changed, and it should not be what you call tampered with. And then destruction, in the sense, I don't want my data to be deleted, I don't want my network to be damaged or my system to crash. So essentially, cybersecurity is nothing but it's a practice of protecting our computer systems or digital devices, networks, and sensitive data or information and programs from unauthorized access, usage, disclosure, disruption, modification, or destruction, right? Uh, Now we are seeing that with the increasing reliance or usage of technology and the internet, Cybersecurity has become very, very critical for both our safety and privacy. So, all the companies or the corporate world, as well as our universities and colleges, we want to ensure that our systems and our networks, our data is not compromised. We are able to work in a safe environment. And then, as individuals, we want that whatever data we have, which is individual data, that needs to be what you call preserved, and it needs to be protected, and it is not what you call disclosed to people, or disclosed or used by people who are not entitled to so. This cybersecurity is also called as, we also refer to it as the electronic information security or IT security. And in cybersecurity, essentially, we are trying to secure our systems, computers, our data, our networks, and our programs. So this, in essence, is what we mean by cybersecurity. Now, I just want to share this quote by Professor Gene Shepard regarding cybersecurity. So he says, the only system which is truly secure is one which is switched off and unplugged, locked in a titanium safe, buried in a concrete bunker, is surrounded by nerve gas, and is guarded by highly paid armed guards. Even then, I wouldn't stake my life on it. So, in essence, what he's saying is there is nothing like perfect cybersecurity or absolute cybersecurity. So, you cannot have 100% foolproof cybersecurity. There is always, you can take on a lot of what you call means, methods, you can employ a lot of things, but still you will not be able to ensure 100% cybersecurity. So there is nothing like absolute or perfect cybersecurity. Only thing is we can employ or we can use better methods to just build our comfort levels. Or and we have to do that, because if we don't do that, then the damage is going to be far far more harmful to us. There is nothing called absolute cybersecurity, but we can do our bit to keep ourselves safe and to defend most of the attacks, cyber attacks, which will happen to us by what you call employing a lot of things, or by actually investing in cybersecurity. So we can have good firewalls, maybe two, three multiple firewalls. We can have good network management tools. We can have better access controls. We can have strong passwords. We can have good privacy policies and all. So we can do that, and that is only thing is that investment has to be proportional to the comfort level I want. There is no end to the investment, but still that investment is not going to guarantee me full cybersecurity. So what I do is I invest in cybersecurity to the comfort level where I am comfortable that this much of investment is possible by me, and this will in fact defend these type of cyber attacks, right? So that is, it's a trade-off between how much of security you want and how much investment you are willing to do. Now, let us see what Sun Tzu has written in his book Art of War. So he has, in fact, made three statements. Firstly, he says, if you know your enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of handed battles. That is, if I know myself properly, I know what are my strengths and weaknesses, what I can do, and what are my capabilities. And I also know who the enemy is. I know him, what are his tricks, what are his methods, what he can do, what is his capability. I know that, then I don't have to fear, because since I am prepared and I also know the enemy, every time when the battle will happen, I will win. Right? Then he says, if you know yourself, but you don't know the enemy, then for every victory that you gain, then you will also suffer a defeat. In the sense, if I know myself properly, I know that who I am and what are my abilities, what are the best things that I have. but I don't know who the enemy is. The enemy is invisible. I don't know the capabilities of enemy, his tricks, his procedures, how he will attack, and all. Then what will happen is there are chances that at times I may win, but there are also chances where he will be able to cause or he will be able to defeat. And thirdly, he says, if you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will get defeated in every battle. So that is when I don't know my what you call abilities, and I also don't know what you call who the enemy is. Then obviously every time there is a battle, I'm going to lose it, right? So when we talk about cybersecurity, the second and third scenario are more appropriate to cybersecurity. So the best possible scenario is in cybersecurity is the second scenario where you know yourself, right? In the sense you are actually doing everything possible within your means to safeguard yourself from the hackers or from the cyber attacks. You are having strong passwords, you are having good access controls, you have good firewalls and all, but in that case, also, you don't know who the hacker is or who the cyber criminal is. So it is possible that because of the precautions and the preparedness that you have done, you will be able to, in fact, defend a lot of cyber attacks that he will do. But then, since you don't know the enemy fully well, you don't know what are the capabilities or from where, which loophole the hacker is going to attack you, it is also possible that at times the hacker will be able to penetrate your system and he will be able to cause harm, right? And the worst scenario is the third scenario where you are actually not preparing yourself. When I'm saying that you don't know yourself, it means is I am actually not prepared. I am not concentrating on the what you call cybersecurity. I am not using any processes. I don't have strong passwords. I don't do anything. So in that case, what will happen is every time the cyber criminal or a hacker is attacking you, he will win or he will be able to cause the damage that he intends to. Now, why do we need cybersecurity? So, obviously, when we talk about data, we need to protect the data which is there on our digital devices. So, whatever is there on my computer or my tab or my laptop or on my mobile, I want to protect that medical data. So, I don't want everybody to know what medicines I take, what is my BP, sugar, which doctor I go to, which are the illnesses I have, which are the allergies I have. So, because that may be exploited by somebody, then I don't want somebody to have access to my employment data. What is the application that I submitted for the job which I am right now doing? What are the annexures that I attached and all, right? So, which all what you call places I have actually been employed and their data, what are their apart or appraisal that I got, or whatever, maybe some show cause notice, or whatever I have got. So I don't want that data to be disclosed to other people, right? Then whatever information I have online, so whatever photos I have in Facebook, Instagram, or wherever my Gmail, whatever are the documents I have. So I don't want that information to be used or readily available to somebody. Then your identity, so I don't want my PAN card or Aadhaar card or my passport to be that information to be available with people who are not authorized to or with whom I am not sharing. My educational data, so my mark sheets, what marks I have got in 10th, 12th, or what are the subjects and all in my graduation or my research data and all. I don't want that data also to be readily available with everybody. And then the financial data, I don't want which bank accounts I have or which credit card I use, what is the what you call PIN number or what is the ATM PIN, what is my credit card limit or what is the balance that I have. So I want to protect all these data from unauthorized usage or unauthorized disclosure. So that is where the cybersecurity comes in. Now, there are two sets of cyber risk or cyber attacks which are possible. So first is the internal cyber risk, and the other one is the external cyber risk. So on the left side, I have highlighted the internal cyber risk. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 by mistake. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So let us talk about internal cyber risks. So first is insider threat. So it is the people you know. It can be your friend, it can be your colleague, it can be your student, it can also be your family also, right? So now if you have been given a computer in by the university or college, and that computer is in fact in your staff room, and then there is no what you call power on password which is there on that computer, so then you will not be there in the room for 24 hours. It is possible that one of your colleagues or maybe the MTS, they can actually open the system and they can take a lot of information that you have stored on it. It can also be a student who will actually, or a research scholar, or any colleague who may actually just get the question paper that you are designing, or maybe the research that you are doing, or what are some other photos or videos that you store. So insider that is some from the your familiar people, right? So a lot of times what we do is we give the official email address that we have. So we give that password to our research scholar because we are so busy that we are not able to keep track of the emails which are coming. So that password, I give it to my research scholar or my student to just monitor the emails which are coming. But you never know what he will do. So because if he gets frustrated, or he doesn't like any of your instances, it is very well possible that he will send one nasty mail to the law enforcement agencies regarding anything, or maybe a terror alert and all, and then you will be in FX. So that is also which is possible. So for your what you call comfort, you had actually shown that confidence in that research scholar to give the email address, but you never know what happens to that. So insider threats are basically uh, from your familiar people. Then weak password. So this is another threat which is there. So you have what you call very simple passwords you put for your Gmail account, or your laptop, or your what you call power on password for your office computer and all. Maybe it is one uh, SKY at the rate 1234 or something like that, and that password is in fact known to everybody. So you have a computer which is given by your department, but that password, power on password, is in fact known to everybody, or it is so simple that if somebody is actually able to run a small password cracking application, it will be broken, right? So it is as good as no password, because since it is known to everybody in the staff room, when you are not there, they will be, in fact, what you call, they will be easily what you call logging into the system, and then maybe if they open the system, everything, your banking app is also open, or your Gmail is also password is already fed into the system, and they can do whatever they want. So weak passwords are another security risk. So please avoid having uh, passwords which can be guessed easily, or which are in a flow like 1234 or something like that, or which gives some resemblance to your date of birth or your name or something like that. Though it is very difficult now, we have to have lot many passwords. Your office account password, Gmail password, bank password, all passwords, CCTV camera password, all those are passwords, and they have to be changed regularly, and then they cannot be repeated also. So it is difficult, but then these are the things only that will protect you, because if you have a simple password, then I think it takes a very minimum time for a hacker to crack that password and break into your application or your Gmail account, or into a laptop. So one suggestion that I have is start your password with a special character. maybe dollar or maybe hash or ampersand or percentage or at the rate something. So that will in fact uh, become that will be that much more difficult for the hacker to crack. But you should always see that the password is not disclosed to people and you don't share it with people, and keep it something which is very, very difficult for the other chap to guess. The third thing is unpatched software. So when you have this operating system that is running on your laptop and it is not updated or it is not the latest version, or and most importantly your banking apps. So when you have your banking apps and you are using it on your mobile, and when you open it, they will give you an prompt, or they will prompt you for updating it to the latest version, but because of laziness or time or something, we don't do that, and we keep using the older version of the what you call banking app or maybe operating system. You need to understand that most of the attacks happen with the older version of software or operating system or banking apps, especially banking apps, because banking industry or banks are very, very particular about their cybersecurity because their stakes are very higher. They are actually dealing with a lot of money. So they keep their own team, which keeps guessing what the hacker will do. And then, depending on their findings, they keep updating their software. So make sure that all the what you call banking apps that you use are updated to the latest version. Most of the attacks, cyber crimes or scams which are happening on the especially with the banking, they are happening because of the use of unpatched software or having using the earlier version of the software. Then negligent or malicious use of technology. So when you go to any sites which you don't know, or when you actually click on some URLs or links which you exactly are not aware, if you click those, then obviously you are inviting trouble, because now you see in our emails or WhatsApp also, a lot of people keep forwarding a lot of messages, free laptops, free shoes, or free what you call money or whatever. So these are all what you call traps for them. So if you click on those files, or if you click on those links and all, then maybe your system may be compromised, and you will be in fact ending up becoming a part of, or you will be in fact a victim of the scam. Then insider trading, obviously, this is something which is more appropriate or more common in the corporate world, where the insiders or the people who are employees of the company, they keep passing on information about the company to the outside people or to the competitors of the company, maybe what new medicine they are going to bring in, or new model of automobile they are going to roll out, or which new plant they are going to make it, they are establishing, which product they are interested in, what is the what you call what is the change in their strategy. So the competitor is always what you call interested in what the company is doing, and there will be some people in the company who will be helping the competitor. Insider trading also, these internal employees may be helping some people who are there in the stock market. So if the results of a company are going to be bad, these people will already what you call tell the people who are there in the stock market that the results are going to be bad, and then they will start selling that stock. Or if the results are going to be good, they already give a heads up to these big sharks in the stock market that the results are good, and they will start buying, right? So insider trading, it also happens in our universities or colleges also. So maybe uh, when you are getting promoted, the somebody in the admin will actually give a heads up to who's getting promoted or who's getting the prize and all, and then maybe some sort of disruption will come about. So that is also possible. And then finally, if we consider internal cyber risks, improper disposal of sensitive data. This is very, very important, and this is where most of us actually don't realize what we are doing. So suppose you have a pen drive, and that pen drive has all your photos, personal videos, and then all your what you call passwords also you have written on one sheet, and then you have a lot of your research work and a lot of important documents, Aadhaar and all, in that pen drive. And one of your colleague wants the pen drive to copy something from his system to the laptop. So what you do, you give the pen drive to that chap. Now, irrespective of how close he is, when he pins that pen drive into the his computer and sees that all the uh, personal data and khazana of your critical data is there on the pen drive, he will just copy. He will make a copy of that content for future use, and then he will actually hand over the pen drive to you after copying everything, right? So, and you will not suspect also that my data is already gone, right? So, best thing is if somebody is asking, just take 2 3 minutes, just copy your entire data into your what you call computer or laptop, empty the pen drive, and then give it to him. And then once he returns it, you just again copy the what you call content into the pen drive. Similarly, when something happens to our laptop or our mobile, we go to the mechanic, and the mechanic says that I need to keep the laptop or the mobile for 2 3 days for repair. And you just simply hand over the mobile or the laptop without actually uh, taking your data from it. So that mechanic, when he realizes that so much of data is there, there is every likelihood that he may copy it in some what you call laptop or some other device, and then he may use it, or he may actually pass it on to somebody else who may what you call exploit that data. So ideally, when you're giving it to your laptop or a phone to a mechanic, please ensure that you actually uh, get that data what you call copied to some other destination, or you sit with the mechanic when he is doing the repair. A similar thing happens when you have an office computer, and then all your data is there in that computer. And one sudden day the computer stops working. You call the IT chap, and then they say that this has gone bad. They will replace and give you a new computer. But what about the data? They take that computer and your data is gone with them. So you have to insist on the IT chaps that the data is in fact retrieved and it is given to you so that it doesn't go somewhere else. It may include your personal data. It may include a lot of official data also, right? So these are some of the internal cyber risks which may happen. When we talk about external cyber risks, it can be a malware, a simple file which contains a malware or a virus, and it can in fact once it becomes a part of, or once it is inserted in your mobile phone or your what you call laptop, then it can do all sorts of damages, starting from slowing down your system, consuming your computing what you call power, or maybe passing on whatever you are doing when you connect to the internet to somebody else. So all sorts of things a malware can do. Phishing attacks, we'll see what phishing attacks are in the subsequent slide. Ransomware. So ransomware is when somebody is actually he is able to break your Gmail password, and then he goes inside the Gmail, and then he changes the password. He changes the recovery, what you call recovery Gmail or other email address, and he also changes the mobile number. And then when you actually try to enter into your or access your Gmail account, you will not be able to do it because he has already changed the what you call password. And then one maybe message or another alternate Gmail ID or email ID that you have, there will be a message or a mail which will come and which will say that your Gmail has been compromised and you pay this much amount as ransom to, in fact, get your password or get your Gmail account. Otherwise, your Gmail account is gone. You will not be able to access it. So this is what is ransomware. It happened with one of the universities where their LMS was learning management system was infected. In the sense, this learning management system that they had was for offering online programs. They were offering online programs through this LMS, and students were also logging in into the LMS using their credentials, and they were actually undergoing this online programs by seeing all the videos and the other content and all. So they had a attack on their LMS when they were not able to access the LMS. Even the administrators and even the students were not able to access their online program. So and then they received a message that we have what you call attacked your LMS, and you have to pay this much in ransom so that you can get back your what you call LMS. Distributed denial of service. This is also where you are actually not able to use your digital devices, or you are not able to use some of the applications that you have. Supply chain attacks. Obviously, when your supply chain is disrupted because of the attacks, zero-day exploits are something major. What you call attacks where you even the power goes, and the other aspects of the what you call IT infrastructure are also infected. And then APTs, advanced persistent threats, or APTs. So APTs are specific external cyber risk. So what an APT does is it will go and sit into your uh, computer, and it will keep observing what is happening in the network. And when it is triggered, it will carry out the task which for which it has been created for. So one example is in 2010, Iran was in fact making a nuclear facility to develop some sort of nuclear weapons, and Israel and US didn't wanted that. They were tracking this nuclear facility or nuclear network, which Iran was creating. And what they did is they created a APT called Stuxnet, Stuxnet. And then they observed that there was one of the employee of the Iran nuclear facility who was very, very interested in actually listening to music songs. Or maybe songs, he was very much interested. So what he used to do is he used to go to the internet, download the songs, and copy those songs in a pen drive, and then used to come to the nuclear facility and put that pen drive into the nuclear facility and listen to the songs. So US and Israel could, in fact, figure out this loophole. So what they did is they made him download the songs which had this Stuxnet from the internet. So he copied the songs which were having this APT called Stuxnet in his pen drive. He went to the nuclear facility, copied the what you call songs from the pen drive onto the nuclear facility, and APT Stuxnet actually entered the Iranian nuclear facility network, and it kept sitting in that network, seeing what was actually going around. Now, in a nuclear facility, you have these centrifuges which are there. So they keep rotating at a particular speed to ensure that the radioactive material and the impurities are separated from each other. So what they will do is they will collect the good radioactive material, uranium and all in one place, and the impurities on the other side. They are designed to, in fact, rotate around at a particular speed. Now, this Stuxnet kept on seeing what was happening in the nuclear facility network. And once it was triggered, what it did is it forced the centrifuges to rotate so fast that they started exploding. So, just because of this small application, by going nowhere near to the nuclear facility, the US and Israel were able to, in fact, cause so much of damage to the Iranian nuclear facility. Cyber espionage is when you are actually trying to spy on your competitors or on certain people using what you call any sort of cyber attack or cyber devices to gain information about you or your competitors or about any company or maybe around about any nation also through espionage or through spying on their networks. Okay, so basically, in what we want in a safe cybersecurity setup is that we are able to have confidentiality. So that is what is whatever is my confidential information should not be available to somebody else. Also, I want integrity to be there. So whatever is my document or whatever is my data, that should not be manipulated, that should not be altered, that should not be modified. And then all my devices, networks, and application should be, in fact, available for me. So, what I want is I want confidentiality, I want integrity, I want availability. But cyber threats are, in fact, what they do is they attack all these three. So, they would like to attack on confidentiality so that they can access information which they are not authorized to. They would like to attack on integrity so that they can modify or alter the information that is there, and then attack on availability. So they would want that you are not able to access your Gmail account or your application or your computer or your network. Now, let us see what the cyber threat landscape looks like. So, let us see who are the targets for cyber attacks. So, a target can be a nation where you are, in fact, trying to target the critical infrastructure and installations of the nation. So, you will be wanting to target the finance, defense of financial. Establishments or maybe the defense establishments, like we had a lot of attacks during Op Sundur also. Then you would like to disrupt the other nations transport, so metro or railways or maybe flights, and then you would like to target their energy system so that power is not available, and their missiles and everything, and nothing will work if power is not there. Then communication, so that their mobile phones, satellite phones, or maybe landlines are not functioning. So when the target is a nation, obviously the attack is on the critical infrastructure and installation of the nation. If the target is an organization, obviously you want uh, specific business intelligence which is there with the organization or the company. Maybe like I told you, which new model of automobile they're coming up, what is their strategy, whether they want to go on CNG or EV, or what are the new plant they are making, what is the new product that they are making, right? What are the finances of the company? Is it doing good? Is it in debt, or whatever it is? So that is what you want. An individual is the target, then you are actually needing what his personal information. So maybe his Aadhaar details or PAN details or all the details, his photos or maybe things like that, so that you can use them. Now, what is the motive? So, when you are in fact attacking a nation, obviously the motive is to disrupt the critical infrastructure and the installations, attack the installations, critical installations. Then you also want to spread misinformation or disinformation, because if you can get the handle, Twitter handle of any country's what you call defense department, then you will be in fact sending some information which will affect the morale of their armed forces or the morale of the public. And also basically you are trying to create chaos in the country when you are actually attacking a nation by cyber threat. Organization, so obviously you want to get the espionage, you want to get their secret information about the organization. When the motive, for attacking the individual, the motive is to maybe have some fraud, create some fraud or scam so that you can get their money, or you can actually bring some sort of discredit to their personality. Who are the actors? So when the attack is on nation, it can be any rogue nation, which can be an actor, or there can be spies who will be stealing information from one country and then selling it off to whoever is willing to pay them the maximum amount, right? And then actors can be cyber criminals, so who do it for fun also to get publicity. Like if you see, maybe if a bank is saying that their system is foolproof, then somebody may take it as a challenge to say that there are lot many loopholes for publicity. Also, if you go to darknet, there are a lot of people who will be boosting or saying that they are capable of a lot of things, and they will be demonstrating that with a lot of proof, so that you give them a work, similar work to them, right? Then hacker groups are obviously actors. So they are basically people who are part of a mafia or criminals who are actually interested in monetary gains. And then there can be malicious insiders also. So some people who don't like you, they may also try to what you call harm you by stealing your information or by selling your information. So this, in essence, is the same thing. The target can be an individual, an organization, or a nation. Who are the actors? What are the motives? And what are the various techniques which are possible? And this is also, in essence, the same thing. What are the cyber threats at individual level, or organizational level, or national level? This I would skip. Now, in the external risks, we had, in fact, I had told you that phishing, I will, in fact, will be covering in the subsequent slides, and I had not covered that phishing in that slide. So now let us see what is a phishing attack. So phishing attack is like now you're doing this MMTTC program, NEP sensitization and orientation. So for example, now the director of this MMTTC, he has an email account, director.mmttc@the rate gmail.com, right? So that is the email of the director of this MMTTC. Now somebody will create another similar looking email address. So it will be uh, instead of TOR, it will be TAR. So director, DIRECTAR .mmttc@the gmail.com, right? And then he will send you an email saying the title will be instructions for what you call participants of NEP sensitization or orientation program. So you will not notice whether it is from the original genuine director MMTTC or a duplicate email ID, because there is a small character which has been changed from TOR to TAR. So you, that mail will come to you, and then you will, in fact, open that. You will not suspect that it has come from a wrong email address. You will think that it has come from director MMTTC. You will open that uh, email, and then you will find an maybe an file is there, and that file says important instructions for your NEP sensitization orientation program. So you will click on that file without realizing that this is a malware or a virus. And the moment you click it, maybe that chap will have your access to your Gmail, entire Gmail, and then he will be able to maybe see what are your passwords, and maybe he will do a transaction, and the OTP will come on your Gmail address, and he will just provide that OTP. So phishing mails are like attacks such as phishing. They involve delivering a false message that seems to be from a reliable source. It is normally done through an email, and intention is to steal the personal information like credit card numbers or login credentials, etc. So this is a diagram which shows that how a phishing attack happens. So he will send a message, a percentage of the users will trust the message and click on it, and once they click it, maybe their Gmail or email will be compromised, and then the attacker will obtain the data or and use it for malicious purposes. So he may actually do a theft of money in the bank account, or he may misuse the credit card, or he may sell your personal data and all. Now, this was the first part of the presentation, wherein I just covered what is uh, cybersecurity and what are the different types of threats we have, and what does the cyber attack, what you call the cyber threat landscape looks like. Now, in the second part, I'm just going to share some of the basics or some of the best practices that we as faculty members can what you call learn, or we can know, just to safeguard ourselves from uh, all sorts of what you call scams that are happening when we are part of the digital world, or when we are browsing the internet, or we are connecting to the net. So first thing is uh, always lock your devices. So whether it's a office computer or a laptop or your mobile phone, you should always lock it with a fingerprint or pin or some pattern or facial recognition, especially your banking apps and your email and all. Always have a lock or a password for that. And please ensure that, like especially what happens is now you have a pin or a pattern for your mobile phone, but you do it so openly that anybody who knows you or who's nearby, he knows what is your pin or what you call pattern. So it is possible that you may leave your phone in the staff room or somewhere, sometime unattended, thinking that, and you will be very, very assured that now, the phone is there, but nobody will be able to access or open the phone because there is a pin and pattern I have kept it. But you never know. The people are very smart. Even if you have kept it very, very secret, they will be observing as to what pattern or what you call pin you are entering, and maybe two, three times if have that opportunity, they will be able to learn what is your pin and pattern. So you should always be very, very careful and see that you are not entering the pin or the pattern in presence of everybody, right? And then obviously you have to have a password, strong password for all the banking apps or emails, or other what you call power on password for your laptop or your what you call office computer, right? And then please enable two-factor authentication for your email, for your WhatsApp, for your banking and all. So I'll just show you what how to do this two-factor authentication. So what is a two-factor authentication? It is a second layer of security. Now, when you use an email, if somebody knows your password, so he will be able to what you call enter the password and get into your Gmail account. But if you use two-factor authentication, then it is not sufficient for him to only enter the password. He will also need that second authentication or second PIN to be able to log in into your Gmail account. I'll just show you how it is done. Uh, so if you have this, this is what you call is my Gmail account. What you need to do is you need to go to this nine dots, and then you need to go to account, and from there you need to select security and check-in. And when you come down, you will find this two-step verification. So you click on this, it will prompt you for a 4-digit or 6-digit PIN. You can put that PIN and then you can confirm it. And next time what will happen is when you log in into your Gmail account, firstly you will be required to put the password for your Gmail account, and then it will prompt you for the PIN that is there. So the use is if somebody is actually able to crack your Gmail password, then he will not be able to enter into your Gmail account because he doesn't have the PIN. I'll just show you how to do this two-factor authentication. Just when you have your Gmail account, open your Gmail account. There are 9 dots which are there, so where you can open the Google apps. Just click on them. Just click on the account thing, and then you will be uh, presented with this screen, and then you can say security and sign in. And once you do that, below you will find this two-step verification. So you can in fact just click here, enter your 6-digit or 4-digit PIN, confirm it, and then you save it. And the next time when you do it, you will be to access your Gmail account, you will require both your password as well as this PIN. I'm not doing it because I have joined this Zoom meeting using what you call this email account. And then if I do that, I think I'll be logged out of I'll be logged out of the meeting, right? So this is how you do two-factor authentication, and we'll be seeing how to do two-factor authentication for WhatsApp in the subsequent slide, and then avoid using admin account. So now when you have your laptop, there is an admin account which has all the privileges of an administrator who can do all sorts of changes onto your what you call laptop. So you have another account where you which you use it for browsing your internet and doing all sorts of other searches and all. And you have your banking app or you have your personal data only in the admin account. Or you maybe you can have another account. You can have three accounts. One is admin account. One is main account where you what you call do all your personal things like banking or Gmail and all. And then there is a third user where you actually use it for casual browsing or internet search, right? And then, if possible, you segregate or keep your personal information and or critical information at some place and the normal information at some other place, so that if there is attack, the hacker will not be able to uh, find or attack the critical information, right? And then let's see, a lot of people use two mobile phones also, especially I've seen police personnel do that because they have one phone where they have all these banking apps and they interact with their family members. The other one is for the general use. Now, mobile device safety practices. So please see what all applications you have on your mobile phone, and just see what are the permissions that these applications are using. So for example, when you actually download any application, nowadays it will prompt you to give a lot of permissions. It will ask for camera, location, microphone, or contacts. Please see that whether these permissions are required for the application or not. So suppose you are actually maybe you are using some app. Suppose I want to use that ScanDoc. So ScanDoc is an application which will enable me to take a photo of a lot of documents, and then it will scan it and it will present it in a single file. Now, when ScanDoc is there, I can understand that it wants the camera because it has to take photo, but location is not required. A microphone is not required. My contacts, it doesn't have to do anything. So when you are installing an app and it is asking for permissions, please see that whether those permissions are actually required for these uh, applications or not. Now, more or less, what happens is nowadays, when you try to install any application, it will prompt you for a lot of permissions which may not be actually related to it. And unless you do that, it will not allow you to go ahead, right? So in that case, what you can do is you can, in fact, just say allow this for when the application is being used, right? So not at all times or when the application is not being used. So it will be a slight safeguard that those permissions will not be available to the application when the application is not being used, right? Then always see that what are the applications which are installed and what all permissions they are actually using. So just audit whether this application needs that permission or not. And if that permission is not required, please revoke that permission from that application. Also, uh, at times what happens is we keep downloading these applications, and since we have a lot of storage, we don't delete them. Like if I say I need to scan something right now, so I have downloaded this scan doc, I've used it, and then I don't need any more. I don't have any more utility for this scan doc for maybe in near future or instantly. But I still that application keeps lying on my mobile phone. So ideally, if you're not going to use that application on a regular basis, please uninstall it, remove it so that it doesn't occupy that space and it is unnecessarily not lying and posing a risk to you, right? The other thing is whenever you are what you call downloading an application, please see that it is from the genuine what you call genuine author, or it is from the genuine company. Because if you have to do a PDF reader, what you call, if you want to install a PDF reader, you will see when you actually go to the Play Store, you will find so many PDF readers which are available. But I just want from Adobe. I don't want it from all the other what you call companies. So just ensure that you are actually downloading the correct or genuine application. See, you must have seen when you actually download something which is not very genuine. You when you actually start using it, every time it will there will be a what you call ad which will be coming up. So for every step there will be one ad. So uninstall such applications because we don't know what harm they are causing to your digital device. Often they are actually uh, passing on a lot of information that is there on your digital device through these pop-ups. Then avoid unofficial apps. So especially APK files that you have, when you have extensions of APK file, please don't download APK files because a lot of our friends keep forwarding these APK files for free laptop and all those things. Don't open the APK file or don't forward it. You should always delete it. Right. So these are more or less containing the malware. Then lock your sensitive applications. So when you are using a banking app or maybe other apps, please have a lock so that if your phone is what you call kept unattended or it is not in your custody for some time, somebody should not be able to use it. Never share OTPs. Obviously, the banks and all will never ask for a OTP. So your mobile phone actually contains a lot of sensitive data, but you have to practice this safety measures so that you don't risk getting compromised, or you don't risk being getting involved in a some sort of scam. Now, how to secure your WhatsApp communication? So obviously, we all use WhatsApp very, very extensively in our daily lives. So there is a way of enabling two-step verification in WhatsApp also. So for that, you have to open your WhatsApp, and then you will find this three dot lines on upper right-hand corner, and then just click those three dotted lines, come to the last option, settings. From there, you select account, and then when you open the account, the fourth option will be, I think, two-step verification, where you can set six-digit PIN, and then you have to confirm that six-digit PIN. And what will happen is, whenever next time you are using your WhatsApp, if WhatsApp suspects that the phone is not being used by you, what it will do, it will prompt you to enter this PIN. And unless the correct PIN is entered, you will not be able to, in fact, continue with your WhatsApp, or WhatsApp will not open. Never forward this, what you call forwarding links that they keep coming, like free charge, government jobs, loan waivers, and all these are scams, and don't open the files with extension of APK. uh, disable auto download. So this auto download should be always disabled, because if it is enabled, then whatever is coming to your phone will get automatically downloaded, and you will have no control over what you call what is getting downloaded. So for that, what you need to do is again you have to go to settings. From the settings, you select storage and data, and then there will be a media auto download. Just set that to no media, so that the no amount of media is no media is in fact getting downloaded automatically on your mobile phone. Then just jot down this URL or this website, which is whatsapp.com slant contact. So in case your WhatsApp is not working, or your somebody's WhatsApp is not working, then you need to go to this website and register your complaint. And WhatsApp will ask you for a lot of things before your WhatsApp is restored. Now, when you are using a browser or you are using internet, what are the other best practices that we can have? Firstly, if you can browse your what you call browser in incognito mode, that is the best thing, because incognito mode, when you are browsing, the history is not stored outside. So only the history will be known to you or to the what you call internet service provider. But somebody who's trying to hack onto your system from outside, he will not be able to see what all what you call searches that you have been doing on your browser. So always use incognito mode when browsing. Then disable autofill feature. So autofill is when, like, when you go to a website, it will ask for name, and then there will be a blank. You will enter Vinod Singh Yadav, age, address, and all. So what will happen is, next time when you go to a similar site, name, the blank will be there, but then it will also prompt you with the response Vinod Singh Yadav. And so when this autofill feature is enabled, it becomes very easy for us to actually put the information, because you don't have to feed it again. But just imagine if your what you call laptop gets into a wrong hands, then that chap will also have a gala time, in the sense he also doesn't have to imagine anything. The all the answers will be coming automatically. So you should disable autofill feature. Then audit browsers, audit browser extensions. So what are the browser extensions that are there for your browser? That also you need to always keep a track and see that there are no extensions which are not known to you. So for that, what you need to do is you have to go to just any of the browser, and then you have to click here, and then you can say go to extensions and themes. And when you do that in extensions, you will see that what are the extensions that are enabled for you. So for me, it is HP is the laptop Wolf security extension is on, but there are a lot of extensions which are actually there, which are prompting me to get included. So if I don't recognize them, I should not what you call allow those extensions. So audit browser extensions, remove any extensions that you are not familiar with, or that are not doing anything for you. Block site notifications. So now when you go to a new website, there will be a notification which will say allow location, allow or block. So you don't want any your location to be shared with anybody. So you should always say block. And then often there is a notification that says you want to receive notifications, allow or block. So you should block it. I don't want notifications unless that site is very, very important. Right? Avoid unsecured Wi-Fi. So this is where some of us are actually not familiar with the risk that we are taking. So when you go to a hotel, the first thing that you want is the Wi-Fi password, or maybe you are using the Wi-Fi of an airport or a metro network, or maybe a railway station. See, these are all public Wi-Fi's, and we don't know what sort of security mechanisms they are using. It is possible that they may be using the best security mechanisms, but hotels and all, especially, I'm not sure, small hotels, whether they are actually doing their bit for making their Wi-Fi that much more safe. I would request you that please don't use this public Wi-Fi's, use your mobile data. And in case if it is unavoidable, please don't use public Wi-Fi's for accessing your banking or Gmail account and all. We never know. There are a lot of cyber criminals who are hackers who are just waiting to what you call hack your systems when you are using the public Wi-Fi. Now we have a lot of these uh, devices, smart devices, like we have a CCTV, we have this Alexa, Siri, and all that. So, firstly, whenever you use or you get CCTV installed in your house, please see that you actually change the default password and have a very strong password, because the mechanic actually knows what is the default password, and if you don't change the default password, it is also possible for him to also access your CCTV network, or he can actually what you call pass on that password to somebody else also. So unless you change your default password of CCTV and you set it to a strong password, uh, there is a possibility that whatever you are the CCTV is covering is also visible to somebody who's not authorized to have that access. And then this smart assistants like Alexa or Siri and all, you should always switch them off when they are not needed, because not only they consume a lot of electricity, they are when if they are on when they are not being used. Obviously, what you call there is a security risk which is existing. Then all your these smart devices, Alexa, Siri, or CCTV, or all those should be running on a Wi-Fi, your personal Wi-Fi, or a Wi-Fi that you actually recognize that it is a safe Wi-Fi. Because it should not happen that your CCTV is running on the Wi-Fi of your neighbor or somebody else. Then there is no security which is there, because see, then anybody else can also access the CCTV or other what you call smart devices. Now, deepfake scams. So, whatever we see, we should not, in fact, always believe it, because now these deepfakes are actually very common. So, you will see what you call somebody's face has been morphed onto somebody else, what you call body, and then you see all these people like police officer or a judge and all. So they will be actually. Their images will be morphed, and they will be using this deepfake. They will be speaking to you. So before believing any image or a video, please uh, pause and think that whether this is possible or not. Try to actually what you call ascertain whether such things are possible or not, or it is a genuine or not, through alternate mechanisms. Now, this digital arrest scams which have been happening for last 2 3 years, you have to be very careful with them, because see, you need to understand that this courts or police or CBI, these are professional people. They don't arrest you over a video call or through some what you call a scam. So uh, you should not believe, because there's a process for arresting you by a police personnel or by a judge or CBI and all. There is a warrant which is required, or other things which are required. So nobody can arrest you over a WhatsApp call or video call. You should always believe that. And two, three things which you need to keep in mind is, firstly, such what you call authorities are not going to interact with you through a video call or a WhatsApp call. They are too busy to do that. Uh, Next thing is, please try to, if you receive such calls, try to minimize your call duration. Disconnect the duration, disconnect the call as early as possible, because these are very psychologically trained people. So the more you remain on the call with them, they will be able to convince you, or they will keep trying to convince you with whatever they are saying. So minimize your video call duration. As soon as you realize that such thing is there, you just disconnect the phone. And then whenever somebody is asking for a money transfer, that should be a red flag. So never ever transfer any money on such requests. So that should be, in fact, a red flag, and it should be a strict no-no when somebody is asking for a money transfer, right? So always remember that no real police force will arrest you via WhatsApp or video call. And if such an instance happens with you, always ensure that you lodge a complaint or you actually alert the law enforcement agencies so that they can, in fact, prevent future such incidents with other people. So these are again some of the practical tips to counter advanced scams. Firstly, you should not try to uh, upload your what you call voice or your face on any of the apps, like maybe the Ghibli app, which will make an animated version of your photo, or maybe Banana app, which will make a 3D model and all. See, these are all ways in which these AI models are in fact collecting data, because they are data hungry. The more data they have, the better they will be able to function. But we don't know what they are going to do with your photo or your voice and all. We never know where your photo will be used or where your voice will be used. So don't upload your biometric data on any of the apps, because your facial data or your eyes data, iris data is also very, very unique, and it can be what you call it can be misused in many ways. Then question every video. Obviously, if somebody calls you or some image or photo or video appears, please question it whether it is right or wrong, or such things can happen. Try to verify it through alternate ways to ensure that it is genuine or not. At times, you may receive a call in a call, and on the other side there will be a voice which will sound like your mother's voice, and she will be, in fact, interacting with you and asking you for some money that she's stuck somewhere and she needs to make a payment. So please ensure that you make you verify this phone call through alternate ways, like you call up your father or your mother through their contact numbers and all, and see that whether it is genuine or not. Now, many times when something goes wrong with your computer or a laptop, and you call up the mechanic or technician, and he will say that please install any desk or quick support, and then give me the what you call access, and I'll correct the issue remotely. So, but all these apps, any desk or quick desk, and all these are very dangerous apps, and when you give a remote access, obviously a lot of damage can be done. So what you do is, firstly you should discourage installing any of this, any desk for quick support and all. But if at all, if it is unavoidable or something which is required urgently, so then you install this AnyDesk, and then you give access, but you keep sitting on the in front of the screen to see that what that person technician is actually doing on your laptop. And once he's done that, you should disconnect and uninstall this AnyDesk, right? Enable biometric protection. Obviously, all your apps should have what you call passwords or pins or some sort of lock, and they should be that those pin, lock, or password should only be known to you. Then limit video call duration. Like I told you, if there is a digital arrest or something similar to that is happens, or a call similar to that is being made, then you should always try to minimize the duration of the video call, because these chaps are very, very trained, and the more you remain in the video call, the more you are likely to get convinced with what they are saying. No police or other authorities will, in fact, arrest you using calls or messaging apps or video calls. Counter fear with pause. So whatever is being you are seeing, you have to pause and you have to think whether this is correct or not, and then try to what you call confirm it or verify it through alternate mechanisms. Whenever there is a money request, always that should be a no, and you should always what you call avoid sending any money across at any cost. And whenever such instance happens, please file a request or a complaint with the real authorities, law enforcement authorities, with proper written documentation so that such law enforcement agencies can take suitable safeguards to prevent such frauds or scams from happening to the other people. Email safety techniques. So obviously, whenever a link is there which is received in your email, just hover your mouse over the link to see that where the link is leading it. What is the destination for that link? So suppose if you are supposedly receiving an email from a bank, and when you place the mouse over that link, it is leading to somewhere else, then that should be a red flag. And then a lot of times you keep receiving a lot of emails and which you don't want to receive. So what we do is we open the that particular message in the email, and then what you call we click the unsubscribe button. So but we never know that unsubscribe button may be the one which may be compromised, and the moment you click on unsubscribe, your Gmail maybe or your email address may be compromised. So the best thing is when you don't recognize an email, just select that email, don't open it, and you should instantly what you call delete it. And then obviously phishing mails I have already discussed with you. So please see correctly who is the sender for that email. And only when you recognize fully that email, you should open it, and you should in fact open any click on any of the attachments that are there in that email. Okay, Google Activity Managing. So you can note down this website, which is myactivity.google.com. So when you go there, you will be able to see for your Gmail account what all has been happening. So using your Gmail account, what are the YouTube videos you're seeing? What is the browsing that you're doing? So when you do that, you will realize whether your Gmail account is being used by you only, or there is somebody else also who's using the Gmail account. Similarly, you can do it for every individual device also. So this myaccount.google.com plant device activity. So this will give you a summary of uh, for which digital device. For mobile phone, your Gmail account is being used for so many things. When you are accessing your Gmail using your laptop, these are the things that are being browsed. So you can keep a track as to whether your Gmail is not being used by somebody else. Then please note down this number 1930, that is the cybercrime helpline. So in case a cyber fraud happens with anybody, this is the number we need to call. It is open 24 by 7, and ideally they take 3 to 5 days to in fact respond back or resolve the issue. And then there is a website also, cybercrime.gov.in. So you can just click on this website, and then you can register the complaint of the cybercrime or cyber fraud which has happened. So the key takeaways, if we see, so firstly, uh, we should always have this digital locks, and then if possible two-factor authentication. You should use strong passwords, and then keep reviewing the applications which are there on your laptop and mobile phone, what permissions they're enjoying. Always see that the permissions are something which are required for these applications. Uninstall the applications which are not instantly required by you, and then question every urgent request, specifically the money request, and then verify the what you call calls that you are receiving through alternate means. Also, never take decisions under pressure. Remember that these real authorities will not operate through WhatsApp or video calls, and they will not demand immediate payment. Protect your digital identity. Always limit what you share online, your biometric data, your facial data, your voice data, and all. So, which can be used in deepfakes. Uh, Always, what you call, keep seeing what are the privacy settings that you are making on your what you call maybe laptop or on your mobile phone. When you go to these websites, just see that you only allow the what you call mandatory cookies to be only there. So all the optional cookies you should not allow to be what you call used by the websites. And then in case a cybercrime happens, you need to call 1930, and you need to report your report the cybercrime or cyber fraud to cybercrime.gov.in. So the best thing is to stay informed, keep sharing the knowledge that you gain, and then practice safety regularly. Now, I just want to share two of the institutions or bodies which are working in cybersecurity in our country. The first is Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, or I4C, and this is the what you call institution which is handling all the cyber crimes, cyber frauds. 1930 is being operated by them. Cybercrime.gov.in, that website is also operated by them. So they are the apex body to deal with cyber crimes. They keep interacting with a lot of stakeholders, including banks, NBFCs, law enforcement agencies, even the universities also, and the regulators to see that they are able to formulate some sort of policy to control the cyber crimes. They always also what you call try to recognize the patterns which are being followed by the cyber criminals, and to educate and create awareness among the stakeholders, and also to advise the concerned stakeholders like banks and others to rectify their processes so that such cyber crimes cannot happen in future. Another one is CERT-in, or Computer Emergency Response Team. This is where when your website is defaced or there is some sort of ransomware attack, and also as per application, within 6 hours of you detecting a cyber attack, you are supposed to inform CERT-in. And then these are some of the initiatives which have been taken by UGC as far as cybersecurity is concerned. So UGC has, in fact, developed guidelines on cybersecurity course. A two-credit course which can be included, or which UGC is saying should be included in the curriculum of UG and PG programs. So that our students are also aware of cyber hygiene and how to prevent themselves against the cyber frauds. Again, UGC has been encouraging the HAIs to support cybersecurity startups and conduct hackathons to foster innovation and practical skills. We have been also asking the universities to observe events like National Cybercrime Security Awareness Month to spread cyber hygiene, digital safety, and responsible online conduct. In addition, we have come out with a handbook on basics of cyber hygiene for HEI. So this is available on our website, and it contains a lot of best practices which we can adopt for the cyber hygiene. And then we have also been conducting a lot of awareness campaign through our Chetna lectures. These are available on your on the YouTube also. So we have had Nishant Kumarji, who is the director of I4C, Dugalji, who is the cyber security expert, and then Sanjay Sahai, IPS, also another cyber security expert. Also, a lot of our what you call our Twitter or Facebook, we keep having these awareness campaigns in term in with a lot of posts and tweets related to cybersecurity. So this is what I had to cover for the cybersecurity, and so I have finished, and now still we have got 10 minutes to go. So I'll be more than happy to take some questions from you. Any questions that you may have related to cybersecurity or skill education or NEP or something. Since all of you are muted, I would request if you can kindly ask your question in the chat box. Or maybe any feedback regarding the sessions, if you want something to be included or something else we can cover. Uh, that also can be in fact uh, put in the chat box so that maybe we can improve. Any questions that you have? Thank you, ma'am, for the encouragement. So I'm looking for some questions, or this obviously what you call the feedback is also good enough. But if some questions I could, if in fact, uh, clear any of your doubts that you have, I'll be more than happy. Okay, there's a question from Dr. Vijay Bhatkar that how to identify fake this thing. So that, sir, basically, uh, when you are doing your browsing on the internet, just see that first thing is HTTPS. If you have this S, that means it's a secure website. HTTP is not that secure, but if you see the URL, you will see if you see HTTPS, then it has been tested and it is a secure website. You can browse that, and then obviously depending on the layout and other things which are there, you will be able to identify whether the website looks genuine or it is fake. So only thing is we have to be more watchful, because this there is no perfect way to identify whether it is genuine or a fake website, because now the cyber criminals are also on a daily basis improving themselves, and they are somehow trying to ensure that their fake things are also appearing very genuine. So we have to be watchful. The one check that you can do is HTTPS. If S is there, then that means that much more what you call safety is there. And then you always what you call, when you go to the browser and then you see ICICI Bank, then just by looking at the what you call layout of the website, also you should be able to find out whether it is genuine or not. I hope I have been able to because your question was slightly I was not able to figure out properly, but I thought this is what you were asking. So I hope Vijay, Dr. Vijay, I have been able to what you call yeah, okay, thank you. Any other questions, please? Sir, all these antiviruses are good. Quick Heal is also very, very good. And then the Norton thing is also good. So Quick Heal also you can use because it serves most of the purposes, and they also keep coming out with a lot of what you call updates and all. I use Quick Heal, and I find it to be okay for our normal as faculty members. For our usage, I think Quick Heal is good. Thanks. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyone else, please? Someone is there from MMTDC?
Yes, sir, thank you. Yes, absolutely कर सकती है sir.
Yes, sir. So, sir, if you can ask any more questions if the participants have, I've been asking them. I've got some few questions they had, and I hope I was able to provide them the response that they were looking at. But if we have still, I think, 4 minutes to go for the session, so if there are some other questions which are there, any of the participants, any questions?
Is there any participant, any question?
Thank you, Khan Saab. I think, sir, if there are no further questions, we can conclude the session. I will share both the presentations with you shortly so that they can be passed on to the participants.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, uh, so Firdaus Saab has asked one question, that what is the difference between malware and virus? See, this malware is also a type of virus because like I told you in the presentation that malware is in fact something which is not very ideal, and it can do a lot of damage to the your system or your laptop depending on what is the what you call type of malware which is there. So it can in fact slow down your system. It can start using a lot of your CPU capacity or storage capacity. It can keep passing on what you call some of the information over internet, and then it can start deleting some of the files or corrupting some of the files. So both essentially, if you talk of cybersecurity, both are almost one and the same. Malware and virus, we keep using them interchangeably, though viruses have got different categories. Similarly, the malware also have different categories. Okay, see, antivirus is something which what is the role of antivirus? So basically, when you have these threats from malware or viruses, when they enter into your system through when you have clicked on some URL or you have gone to some website, and then when you click on then some sort of virus or malware enters into your laptop or computer, the antivirus is in fact they recognize certain these are the software which are capable of recognizing certain malware or certain viruses, and then depending on their detection, they are capable of deleting them from your software completely, so that they are not able to stay on your laptop or your computer. Sorry, I just missed out the question. Okay. Uh, Okay, what is the difference between malware and virus? I have told you that they are essentially the same, and they are they are used interchangeably, and what you call there are different types of malware and virus. Role of antivirus software, I have told you that if the virus or malware gets infected into your computer, then antivirus software actually they can recognize the malware, and they can in fact delete it from, so that it is removed from the system. What is encryption? Encryption is something when you are encrypting it, like if I want to send a message, maybe my name is maybe I want to send a message to you also, and it says I just want to send some secret information, maybe XYZ, right? So I'll send XYZ, but encryption will what will have is this XYZ will be encrypted as something. So X will mean A, or Y will mean B, or Z will mean C. So ABC, it will go as ABC because the original message is XYZ, but it has been encrypted, or it has been what you encoded as ABC. Now it will go as ABC to you, and then you have to decrypt it, because you know that A means X, B means Y, C means Z. So then you will decrypt it, and you will get the original message. But in the transmission, it is an encrypted message which nobody can decode, or which nobody can actually find out what is it, right? Ethical hacking is these are good people. So they when you have a setup of cybersecurity at your place, so ethical hacking is as a good for a good intention. I myself am trying to what you call, I am assuming the role of a cyber criminal or a hacker, and then I am trying to break into my system to see that how well proof my system is. So this sort of hacking is called ethical hacking. So banks also use a lot of ethical hackers, or they employ a lot of ethical hackers. So these hackers, what the ethical hackers, what they will do is they will keep seeing their what you call network for any loopholes, or any what you call discrepancies which may have, as by attacking by what you call assuming the role of a cyber criminal or a hacker, and if they find some loophole, then they correct it. So that is what is ethical hacking. Okay. Okay, firewall is another. It's a hardware, and it actually it controls what sort of information is flowing in and out of your network, and a lot of attacks, or a lot of information which is not genuine, or sites which are actually not genuine. If they try to enter or access any of the information of your network, then firewall will protect it. So firewall is there are different type of firewalls which are there. Basically, there are hardware structures, and there are not a lot of network management tools or access controls which are there in the firewall to see that there are no viruses, or what you call unwanted information, or malware which gets into your network, and somebody who's not authorized to get into your network is not able to get access. So this main use of this what you call firewalls is to ensure that unauthorized usage doesn't happen to your network. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dr. Sandhya, was I able to tell you, respond to your queries? So any more questions? Anything else? Okay, sir. Then, if there are no more questions, I think we can wind up the session. I would like to thank uh, the director of MMTTC as well as Rafi Saab, Assistant Director MMTTC, for giving this opportunity to me to be able to deliver these two lectures. It was a nice experience. I also thank all the participants for patient listening and fruitful question answer session. I wish all the participants all the very best. Maybe these two sessions were very useful to you, and I wish that the entire NEP sensitization and orientation program that you are in fact undergoing right now uh, are have a lot of fruitful learnings for you. So I wish you all the very best. Maybe may you all learn a lot and go back to your institutions with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm, and continue to work passionately so that we all together can improve the quality of higher education in the country. It's been a pleasure. Sandhya Madam, I'll share both the PPTs with sir. So thank you so much, and uh, thank you. Namaskar. Sir, can I log out?
Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you so much.